Well, a big weekend in basketball for you this past weekend. Joey Jenkins here for Inland Northwest Sports Talk. And we'll start off with the girls and boys Colfax basketball team. They opened up their season starting on Friday on the road against St. John Endicott. We'll start off with the girls. They got a 49-20 victory over St. John Endicott. Big quarter in the second. They outscored St. John Endicott 13-3. It was Larson for the Bulldogs that had 12 points, a team high. On the boys' side of things, a 67-58 victory. They go to 1-0. And how about G. Feller? 32 points. So boys and girls, Bulldogs, both start off 1-0. How would the Moscow Bears do? Well, they went to overtime against Hermiston, but they get the victory out after rocking it in overtime, 66-58. They move to 1-0. Big ups to Dane Randall, 7 points in overtime for the Bears. Now on December the 1st, to open up the month, a couple of big games for Colfax again. This time they're at the Sun Dome in Yakima to take on LaSalle. 10-point easy victory for the girls of Colfax, 50-40. This time it was a big fourth quarter. They outscored LaSalle 17-7 there as Huber had 13 points. Boys side, not as fortunate. They lose 47-38 in that one. They were outscored in the fourth quarter 17-8. So Colfax girls, a strong fourth quarter. Colfax boys, a weak fourth quarter as LaSalle gets the win, and that moves Colfax boys to 1-1. Moscow, both girls and boys in action. The boys were in Lewiston for game number 2 of the Inland Cellular Shootout. Big win over LeGrand, 62-36, and a big game from the inside. Brandon McGurkin and Nick Ellison off the bench as Moscow gets it done and goes to 2-0. The girls pick up their second win on the season, 36-34. This one went down to the wire thanks to Kendall Landek scoring with 3 seconds on the clock, and the Moscow Lady Bears moved to 2-5. Big games coming up for you tomorrow. Doubleheader at home in Colfax versus Waitsburg Prescott, starting with the opening round game at 6 o'clock, pregame at 5:45 on AM 1450. KCLX, also listen to thegame.com. And the Battle of the Border, Moscow versus Pullman. In Pullman, the girls will start at 5:45, pregame at 5:30, and the boys tip off at 7:30, pregame at 7:15. You can hear the boys and the girls Moscow basketball. Girls game online only for this week. Listen to thegame.com. Boys on 1400 ESPN Radio. Listen to thegame.com. And of course, both those games also on Channel 11. That's it for this update. We'll be back in the middle of the week recapping Tuesday's games, and we'll also get you ready for the big weekend as Colfax and Moscow get underway in their basketball seasons.